Okay, hi. I'm here with Leilani, and Leilani, are you comfortable telling us more about you? How old are you?
I am 43 years old.
And can you tell us about what you do in terms of your profession and sports and what your lifestyle is normally like?
So I'm self-employed. I run my own publishing business from home. In my free time, which I would probably like to do more of, I love CrossFit, I love mountain biking, and being outdoors really.
Okay. And what happened? I mean, what was life like before we did that procedure, that bone marrow autologous cellular injection for you?
So life wasn't very good at all. The main issue I had was in my left knee especially. I had an accident where I fell in a hole, and for approximately 4, almost 5 years, I had pain in my left knee, and I found out later on that I had osteoarthritis in there as well as the right knee. So moving around, doing what I love to do, the sports I love to do.
Could you do CrossFit at that point? No, you couldn't.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do, because weightlifting is what I love to do.
You like to lift.
Yeah, and that had almost come to a complete stop.
Okay.
And I just could not do the things that I love because of the pain I was having in both knees.
Okay. How about what made you say, I gotta go talk with me? Like when you say, I gotta see Dr. Lin, what was the final trigger that prompted you to come get seen and checked out?
So when I couldn't even walk around Costco without being in pain and in bed for at least 2 to 3 days afterwards,
Yeah.
it was at that point where it was just affecting normal everyday life, not even the extra parts of my life.
Okay.
That was the deal breaker for us to come in and see you.
It was affecting you on the normal routine daily activities.
Yeah,
And
it's too hard.
and what kind of concerns did you have before we actually did the injection? What was going through your mind?
The pain was probably the number one thing. Pain for me has always been, because I've lived with it for so long.
Yeah, you had it for a long time.
Yeah, I just didn't want to be in more pain again.
You just want it to go away.
Yeah,
the pain.
Exactly.
And what was the procedure like? What'd you think? You know, when you finally went through it, what'd you think?
It was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I had probably hyped it up in my head that it was going to be a major thing. It actually wasn't as scary as I'd made it out to be in my head.
Oh, good.
It was still pretty intense, especially with the bone marrow procedure, but after that it was pretty smooth sailing.
All right. And what do you think of the downtime in terms of you being able to move around? And what'd you think?
Before I had this procedure, I did have an actual operation on my left knee a few years ago.
Yeah.
And there is no comparison. The recovery time I had this time around was amazing.
So recovery after our procedure, the Regenexx procedure, was much better.
Yeah, like
Okay.
within 4 to 5 days, I was up and walking around normally, without a limp, without having to have any assistance, which was probably the biggest surprise for me, because I was waiting for the penny to drop.
Yeah.
For something to happen.
Well, we kind of told you got to take it easy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
The cells need some time.
Yeah, exactly. But just how quickly it happened was just pretty life-changing for me.
Excellent. And so right now, what would you tell someone who's thinking about this type of procedure? Like, what would you say in terms of, any advice, any words of insight if someone's thinking about this sort of thing and they're struggling with knee pain?
Yeah, do your research for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and come in and speak to someone like you who can break it down. If you're, again, this was all, I never knew this type of procedure existed, and you took all the questions and more that I had and were able to break it down so I could process what it was going to be like, and yeah, just be open to, a procedure like this could probably, be a solution to not have pain anymore. So do your research and then come in and have a chat, I would say.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Leilani. I really appreciate it.